You gotta say hi. Say, yo, yo, what's up? Hey, my name is Debbie Johnson. I'm from Debbie Did It. And today, me and Polka Dot are gonna show you, right? We're gonna show you how to create mini pictures of your artwork and make them into necklaces. Okay, you get started on it. Take, for example, this painting. We're gonna create a cute little necklace, one by one, that you can wear around your neck. And it doesn't have to be artwork. It could be anything. Pictures of your kids, grandchildren, anything. If you can see that up close. So why don't you come on along and I'll show you. It's very easy, step by step, what you need to do. Alrighty, let's get to it. Okay, here we are at our PC and we need to pick whatever picture or painting that you'd like to create that 1" by 1" square necklace. So I've got this one here, and I'm going to just show you real quick how I edit my photos. I use an application called FastStone Image Viewer, and I've been using it for years. I'm very comfortable with it. There's probably something better out there, but this is good. I will link everything that I use to in the description box for you as well. And then I'm just going to take this and drag it so it will choose. And I'm seeing here, over here on the left-hand side, there's some background still showing. So I need to cut that in a little bit more. There we go. So I'm going to crop it. And I've noticed when I do these, when I shrink them down to 1" by 1", it's always a good thing to make sure you got the color a little bit more vibrant, so it'll show up on that necklace or whatever it is that you make. So I'm going to go up here and go to colors, adjust the lighting, and I'm going to decrease the shadows, increase the highlight, so I'm going to brighten it all up. I'm going to make the contrast just a little bit more, and I will hit it with some more saturation, maybe just a little bit more. Yeah. And then I can hold down to see the original. Yeah, so that's quite the bright. So that's good. That's what we want, right? So this is good. I am going to now save this, and I'll save it as a 1 by 1. No, we call it a pendant. Pendant, right? And I'm going to save it. And now, the next app that I use is called FastStone Resizer. And is that what it's called? Yeah, FastStone Photo Resizer. And this thing is fantastic to use. Very, very easy and simple. And I'm going to walk you through. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go back into my folder. And I'm going to grab that one that I just I just made. Oh no, it's not in this one. Let me go here. It's in times of crisis. We got the pendant. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take that and I want to add it to this side. So now it's showing up right down here in the preview, just to confirm that is the correct picture. And the output folder, yeah, let me save it to my 1 by 1. Ink, 1 by 1. So I'm going to save all the pictures that I changed to 1 by 1. I'm going to put them in that folder. So I'm going to call this crisis so I know. I don't have to rename it actually. I'm going to use the uppercase for file extension just so I know. And then I'm going to go to the advanced options. Now here is where I'm going to resize it, right? And I want to resize it in print size and make sure that this is inches is chosen. And then this is going to be width 1 inch, height 1 inch. And Smart filling, I think is, oh no, maybe not. Maybe it's a smart cropping. Let's see. Here is I can check and see. Okay, so see what happens? It's cutting off the, like this isn't the full painting, right? So it is, oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Let's get rid of the preserve aspect ratio. And there we go. So there's the full 1 by 1, the full painting. It's a little weird looking, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to convert. It's going to run it through, and it's done. Now we're going to go back into the FastStone image viewer and grab that painting we just made a 1 by 1 square out of, and here it is here. Okay, now I'm going to print. So File, Print, Print, and I print it on 5 by 7s because, I mean, why waste a whole 8.5 by 11, right? Because you can't print in all over it. I don't know how your printer is. I can't do it on mine. I can print around the edges and then one in the middle. So, yeah, kind of stinks. So I want to choose that it's specified size, which is 1 by 1, right? And I want to put a border around it so it's not right up against the edge of the paper. So when I cut it, at least I'll have something to go by. All right, and let's see. So if I hit print, I get a preview. Yeah, looks good. So I am going to hit the start printing. And once it prints, I'm going to go ahead and grab it, and then I'll get the video back to me and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, guys, we did it. If you could see, there is the painting. It's now in miniature size and not bad. I like it. It's cute. So now what I'm going to show you is how we get this onto this. It's a little glass 1 by 1 square, and we're going to make this into a pendant. So stay tuned. I'm going to transfer the camera so it'll show down on my work table so you can see what I'm doing. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, here we go. So we're going to need, obviously, the photo of the painting we just took, the little glass 1 by 1 square. That's going to be the pendant. Some E6000 and a razor blade cutting utensil, X-Acto or what have you. I don't have my X-Acto. X-Acto would be better. A cutting board, of course. And then we're going to need, once we've glued it all together, we're going to need these little what are they called? Findings, pendant findings, right? So that's what we're going to put on the back of it. So it'll hold the jewelry. And then some UV resin. And then, of course, the UV light. So let's get going. So first things first, let's bring the cutting board over. I'm going to put that right there. And this, I got to make sure it's nice and clean. That's going to sit right on top, just like that, right? Okay. Now, the reason why we use an E6000 is because any other glue is has water in it. And once the water hits the ink, yeah, it just totally turns into a blob. So this is what really works. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my finger. But that was the best way to get an even coverage. You can use a popsicle stick or what have you, but for me this works. All right, I have a paper towel ready at the right here, and then I'm just going to take this, and you just need a little bit, nothing major. Now, I don't want to put too much off the edge because we're going to end up cutting that. And I don't want it to be a big pain in the ass when we cut it. Okay. So, yep. Okay, all swirled in there. There's no bubbles. Okay. And again, guys, E6000, I don't know if they got some warning that you shouldn't put it on your flush and rinse immediately. Whatever. I mean, it didn't bother me. It hasn't bothered me. I've used it like this for years. So, but use at your own risk, please. Okay. So now we're going to place this right on top. Now, so what I like to do is smush it. Is that a word, smush? I like to move it around. It gets out any kind of air bubbles. Right? Because it's still movable, which is great. And you notice the painting is still intact, or the picture, I should say. And then, yeah. Let's see. There it is. You could place it however you want, obviously. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to leave that overnight to sit, dry. But through the magic of video, I do have some already here. And let's see. Here's one that I've already done. Let me get that off there. It'll be distracting. All right, of the little flowers. Now this is watercolor, but then this one, it's ink. So it doesn't matter the medium in which you created your painting. It just matters what paper you photo it on. Yeah, make a photo of it on. Okay, so with this, I am going to cut it. And you want to put some pressure down, guys, because you really just want to just cut it right out. Okay, move that out of the way. And that's it. Voila. Now, if you happen to get a little bit overhang, what I do is I grab my little sponge, sanding sponge, and you could just give it a light sand. Hold the sponge and move the glass. Okay, just like this, guys. Okay? Especially the corners. Don't want to do too much because then you'll lose the paper backing and then it'll be see-through right there. And it won't look that good. But you just kind of want to. Now you can get away with when you cut, and I did this too, but I found that I was doing it too much and I was cutting too much underneath. But another way of doing this is cut it at an angle. So you don't have to do any of what I'm doing right now. I happened to cut one. It was perfect. I didn't have to do any trimming, and it was just great. And I had cut one like this, and I cut it too much, and it didn't look great. So, you know, try it out. Test it out. See, that one looks all right. Yeah, see, right there. I cut it too much, so you could see. I don't know if you could see that. Where am I? Can you see? Right in the corner. So that's what's unfortunate about that way. But, you know, see what you're best at and then take it from there. Okay. So anyway, so I'm working with this. Now we have a beautiful white background. You could keep it like that, or what you could do is paint it. And you could paint it, you could glitter it, you could do whatever you want with it, right? Totally up to you, which I think I did some glitter, of course, because, I mean, I had to, right? But for this, we're just going to go ahead and keep it just white. And it's great too, because then you could write, if you are a business, you're going to do this for business, you could write your business name right back here, because we're going to put resin on top. So, okay, speaking of resin, let's grab the resin. Let's see what the top is. So this is the top. This is the top here. And with these, you put the waffle part, tic-tac-toe part, I mean, whatever, crossword, whatever you want to call it. You put that one back because it causes the grip, right? So then I'm just going to, hold on, once I get my, just want a little bit, right? You got to be careful, because you're going to want to do this in the middle. Okay. And I'm just eyeing it. Push it down. Leave it there. Now I'm going to get my trusty UV lamp, and I'm going to let that sit for 60 seconds. Okay, so that's on there nice, good and tight, and yeah, looks good. Yeah, I like that. So what I could do is I could definitely write. It's really pretty in the daytime. In light, I don't know if you could see that. The glittery kind of, right? Yeah, of course. All right, so now the fun part, you can use a toothpick, you could use that same popsicle stick, whatever you have, but now you're going to just add the UV resin and just a layer, just a big U, right? Because you don't want it to go over onto the glass, because it'll ruin it. So I bring it out to the edges. Make sure you get every edge, because if it's not done, it doesn't look good, and then the paper sits there and gets nasty. Okay. I'm okay with that. Okay. What I like to do is hit it with a little bit of heat. Get any air bubbles out. Now we'll get the UV lamp again. This time I'll put for 120 seconds. And I promise I won't sing this time. I'm going to pause it and we'll come back. You're welcome. And voila. 'Tis done. It's nice and clean looking. And you've got your pendant. So now you can, okay, so this was the pendant before. I don't know if you guys saw this up close, right? It's just the cutest thing, right? It is just the cutest thing. I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to buy them or what have you. It's just kind of like I want to get them and just look at them all day. No, so just kidding. But they are just adorable. It's for those people who, you know, just can't afford your art for whatever reason, but they still want something. This is like the perfect thing, right? Look at how cute that is. I mean, you get chain, you could whatever. So again, on Amazon's where I got this. And that's it. So let me get back to my face so I could say goodbye to you properly. 1 second. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Like my page, like the video, whatever, do what you got to do. And I had a good time. So thank you again for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Okay, bye-bye.